In North Carolina, the average woman gets married at 26.3 years old, and the average man gets married at 27.9 years old. According to North Carolina statistics, my marriage is an abnormality. I got married on July 12, 2013, to my husband, Debbie. We were only 19. Now my marriage is more complex than just getting married at 19. We got married in secret, with only a handful of people knowing, none of which were our parents. But on July 12, 2015, it became public to everyone when we had our wedding. Debbie and I started dating November 6th of 2010, and we were engaged September 2012. And all the adults we knew told us that we should not be getting married so young. I was told I was never going to graduate college if I got married this young. And the list went on and on and on why we shouldn't be getting married. But getting married young does not mean I'm missing out on all the wonders of young adulthood. Getting married young means I get to grow with my spouse. We get to experience milestones together, and we have someone to lean on and support us. As a young adult, you are constantly growing and changing. You and your spouse get to mold into one another. Debbie and I have friends who always make fun of us because we finish each other's sentences, or we always know what the other person is thinking. Debbie and I call it being on the same wavelength. But on top of that, your spouse pushes you to be a better version of yourself. I am constantly challenged by Debbie, and likewise I am constantly challenging him. And at a young age, you learn to prioritize, be selfless, and compromise. It is no longer, how does this benefit me, and how does this benefit my future? It's how does this benefit us, and how does it benefit our future? On top of that, now we have 2 puppies that we have to learn to take care of together. But not only do you grow with your spouse, you get to experience with your spouse. All celebrations are twice as sweet when you get to celebrate it with your loved one. When you're old, you get to look back and reminisce on all the good times you've had. And Deborah and I even do that now, even though 21, almost 22 in a week, are far from old. But we get to look back on high school, and we get to look back on homecoming, prom, graduation, and enjoy those memories together that we got to experience together. And you can look forward to sharing milestones together. I smile daily because I just think about all the conversations Debbie and I have about starting a family together. And you will always have someone to adventure with. My husband gets out of the Marine Corps in 7 months, and we have no clue what we're doing with our lives. None. No plan. High anxiety about it. But to help get us in the right direction, we decided we'd go on an adventure. So all the states that we love or love to visit, we wrote them on thin pieces of paper and put it in a bag. And the deal was, the first state that we drew out of the bag was a state we were going to move to as soon as he moved out of the Marine Corps. We're moving to Colorado. But it's a secret. Change is tough, but you are never alone. You will no longer stand on your own 2 feet. There will always be someone in your corridor cheering you on. There's a specific day, spring semester of 2015. Deborah was deployed to Japan, and I was back home in Kansas, and my workload was just overwhelming that day, and I was planning for a wedding, and it was just too much stress for me to handle. And I just got on the phone with him and immediately started bawling. Could not stop myself. And he just encouraged me and advised me that it's okay to break down, but it's also okay to not overwork yourself. And you will be supported. I have these crazy ideas every once in a while that I want to go to graduate school, and every time I bring it up to Debbie, he's 100% supportive. Financially, mentally, physically, emotionally. 100% on my side if that's what I choose to do. And it's not always often that you find a wealthy young person, so Debbie and I have had to learn to finance together. We've learned to budget together. We've learned to sacrifice certain things together. At such a young age, it'll only benefit us in the long run. Getting married young does not mean I get to miss out on the best times of my life. It means I get to enjoy the best times of my life with the one that I love. You gain a best friend, a companion, and a supporter, regardless of the age that you get married. Now here I stand, in my last semester of college, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. And the great joy is, I get to do it with my husband. It's not my anxiety alone. It's the fact that there's someone there with me who gets to help me, support me, advise me, encourage me. Likewise, I get to do with him. I understand everyone had doubts. I still understand why everyone had doubts. I'm doubtful when I see some people my age get engaged. But here I am, learning from my own experiences and proving to people that I am not doomed. I did not come